Hello again, everyone. Today we have a Dspiae inking pen. It's aluminum alloy panel liner. AT-PL is the actual part number. Here it says same thing. Maybe it weighs 20 grams or something. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Nib construction is stainless steel. I think all of these things come with stainless steel tips, but let's see. What's going on here? Oh boy, it just slid out there. There's a little piece of foam, I guess, to keep it rattling around. I don't know why it's squished in there, but any instructions? No, nothing else in there. Okay. So this thing is sandblasted and anodized aluminum, and then we have probably like a laser etched logo or something. Non-overflow wipe-free panel liner. Okay. And the cap is also aluminum, it seems. Yeah, so that's nice. And then, yes, excuse me, there's a flat spot machined out here. I'm not sure why, because it doesn't go all the way to the end, so the whole thing can roll still quite a bit, right? And they really should probably have a flat spot along the whole length so it stops rolling. So I think this can come out because you can buy replacements for this. Yes, there we go. So yeah, there's the nib. There's a tiny little groove there, and that's where the paint or the ink flows down from. And this one actually has Dspiae stamped into it, so they're not buying some generic one. They're having these either made, or maybe they make them themselves. And there's no spring in here. I don't know if there's a magnet up in there. Maybe not. I think it's just a friction pit. Obviously you don't want to press on the tip, you'll ruin the tip. So just holding the body and then just making sure it'll fit in the cap. Alright. So the ultimate test is to see how it works against my generic one. This is a generic one I bought off AliExpress. I think it was like $1, less than $2 delivered. And it's been working okay. A couple issues I've noticed using this though. You'll see here I have a bunch of Tamiya paint wash all caked up on here. I found that if you let this dry out, it doesn't want to flow liquid because the channel is clogged up. So you really should clean this off after you use it. You know, maybe, or even between uses, you just leave it in like a vat of alcohol or water or something like that, just to keep it from drying out. So if it does dry out, what I ended up doing is just using some sandpaper or like a piece of metal and just cleaned this whole thing out, scraped off the thing so I could get the channel open again. Once the channel's open, it works pretty well. Because the tip is so fine, it does work pretty well on, you know, the Gundams and Gundam Converges that I like to detail up every now and then. So again, for $2, you can't go wrong with this. Comparing these two tips side to side though, let's see. I wouldn't doubt that these are made at the same factory. Cannot focus on that thing. They're so shiny. Here we go. Look at the hole. The hole looks identical, right? So let's check the overall length. Unfortunately, this one is so embedded in this plastic thing. I don't know if it's permanently glued in there or what. Maybe it doesn't come out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess. Maybe, I don't know if it comes out or not. Please leave a comment if you have one of these. But I mean, they look awfully similar. Well, no, maybe not. This one here has a curvature here. Right, but this one is pretty flat. So actually they are different. but from the top view, they look very similar. Okay, well, they are different then, so I guess ultimately it has to do with how small this tip is. And unfortunately, this camera, my phone has a hard time focusing on such small and close items. They actually look identical as far as the tip size goes. So I'm guessing there won't be any performance difference between the two. The only difference really is just the cost. This is a plastic body, it weighs very little. This is very heavy, you know, being aluminum. And you can protect the tip, you know, with the caps here, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, I would have to say this is probably just an extreme luxury good. If you're on a budget, just go with this. Next, you're going to cut away to me doing some, you know, panel lining with this. This one I'm not going to show because I've already ruined it, you know. I sanded it and also gouged a bunch of metal parts in here trying to clean it up. So I don't think it's a fair comparison, but I have a suspicion it's going to perform identical. Alright, let's test these things out. So the Dspiae is brand new, of course. And I just shook up this this Tamiya stuff. Yeah, hopefully you can see, works perfectly fine. Let's go for the actual panel line. Look at that. It's doing a good job. Alright. Now this one's used and dirty, so it might not be flowing so well, but let's just try it anyways, this cheap one. Actually, this is working fine. Yeah. So, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the cheap one or an expensive Dspiae, yeah, they're pretty much the same thing, so it's up to you. You know, I guess one nice thing about this one is you have a cover, so you know, theoretically you shouldn't destroy the tip if you're careless, but I just put this in a jar with my other brushes like that, and it's perfectly fine. So if you can buy it, you know, go ahead. It's a high quality piece of kit, but you know, if you're on a budget, this served me well quite a while, and it still works fine. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next tool related video.